Hopefully you have. Yeah, it should be live.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can see and hear me. It's our first show of 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. If you could just put in the comments that you can see me, hear me. Don't know what we're going to really talk about today. Perhaps a review of 2023. Go back over some of the old events. That would perhaps be a good idea. I'm sure we'll find something. But if you could just say you can see and hear me, that'd be brilliant for us. Good to be back. It seems ages ago. Seems like last year we did this show. But been a busy, funny old week. Just sort of getting back to normal now, which is good. I'm told I'm live everywhere, but I can't see it yet. So let me just have a look, see if I've got any comments. Hey, hi Heidi. Hi Maz. So can you see me, hear me all right? Yeah. Thank you, Heidi. Brilliant. That tells me. Hi Kate. Russ will be with us. I think he had trouble getting home tonight, but he is with us. And we honestly haven't had a chance to talk. We've literally just spoken to each other for 2 minutes, and he's running. So, but shop's been busy today, which is good. In more ways than one.
Hello, everybody. Hello. It's a mad rush.
I have told him.
10 minutes. So what have I got to do here? I'll go away. Plus live. Oh my God, what is wrong with that? That's better. I'll be with you in a minute, guys. Just bear with us.
It's all right. I've said hello to everybody on there at the moment.
All right, that's done. Go live. Whatever that means, that's fine. We're live there. We're all good.
I think I'm alive.
Banners, is that the right one? Comments. Hello, everybody. I think we've got live on TikTok as well.
Brilliant.
So what have I got to do? Start the show, haven't I? So let's go.
As a duly designated representative of the city, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
Hello, everybody over on TikTok World. If you're looking, hit that button of like.
Whoa. Just hold up 1 minute there. It's not who you're going to call, but it's who you're going to listen to. And if you ain't afraid of no ghosts, stay tuned for the EGH Paranormal Talk Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the EGH Paranormal Talk Show, live and exclusive on Pulse Talk Radio. I'm hoping everything is working. It is Friday the 5th of Jan 2024. Microphone is falling down. Everything is just crashing around down me. So I'm hoping you can hear me. I hope you can see us all. If everyone is watching over on TikTok as well, we're live on TikTok. So if you can say hello to the lovely listeners of TikTok World, Simon, can you just do that? World. So see if they can hear you.
Hello, TikTok World. I hope you can hear me. You can't see me, but you can hear me.
Could I just get if I could get some people to say if you could hear what Simon just said there? Go again, Simon, just so they can hear.
Hi, TikTok World. This is Simon. You can't hear me. You can hear me, I hope, but you can't see me, which is a blessing. So that's good.
And I'm hoping that we are getting no feedback as well, which you should only be getting feedback, if anything, not me.
No, I'm all
No,
good.
so we should all be good. We should all be tested for the first show of what am I doing? I don't like rushing in the door and hitting the button straight away. It drives me insane because I'm never where I need to be. So please, I'm hoping people can hear you, Simon, on TikTok.
Yeah, they can.
Really,
Kim's put, yeah, all good on here and TikTok.
Oh, fantastic. Hello, everybody. Can you hit that like button? Like on TikTok. Let's hit that
What's
like
the target
button.
for today?
Well, let's start off. It's our first one of the year. So let's start off with a low total of
2024.
2024. Okay. So please hit that button and let's get 2024 likes for the start of it. All right. That'd be great. I haven't got a clue what this show is going to be about today. I haven't even gone anywhere near to thinking about what could go on this
Got
show.
a few ideas. I haven't really had time either, but I thought it would be a good idea to review all that we did in 2023. I'm going to test your memory of where we were, what our events were last year, and talk about them a little bit.
You're probably never going to do that, but yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's have a look back on 2023. I suppose it's going to be event-wise and.
Well, we've got a couple in here. We've got Kim and we've got Maz on the chat, so they should be able to help out here as well because they were on them.
Are we just talking about events, or did we go anywhere last year as well?
I don't think we went anywhere. We just do the main events that we did last year, like we're going to do this year.
Yeah, but didn't we go anywhere?
I don't think so. Did we go anywhere?
We must have. We must have gone somewhere.
Did we go to a windmill?
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we went to King's Lynn.
That's it.
Yeah, we went to King's Lynn, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yes. Yeah. But okay, take you back to March 2023. What was our first event?
Oh, I couldn't even.
It's one we had never done before.
One we've never done before. Waltham Abbey.
No, we've done that before. I think you had a good table tipping session there.
Fair Kites?
No. London. Yeah.
London?
Yeah.
Stephen's House.
That's it.
Stephen's House. Was that the first one of the year?
Yeah, it was March last year.
Stephen's House, first one of the year. Yeah. Maz has put the windmill. We went to the windmill as well.
What windmill?
In King's Lynn.
Yeah, so we stayed, didn't it? In the turret. Was that the mill? Yeah.
Yeah. That's when Jay bought that ring. Was it the ring or the necklace?
I don't know. We could go by Jay's collections, couldn't we? What he collects.
Yeah. Exactly. If you could necklace. So Jay bought a necklace.
It was. But that didn't give him any trouble, did it?
No, not as far as we're aware. Definitely not as far as we're aware. So please, TikTok world, hit the like button as many times as you can. We're trying to get to 2024. If you've got any questions that you want to ask us as well, Scotty Polydine is on TikTok live as well. Even Scotty P, thank you for joining us on the live. And I can see Maz on the live. So yeah, I've got multi-platforms going. We're also live on Pulse Talk Radio as well.
Brilliant.
So the only thing is I don't 100% sure if you can call in or not. So no, because I don't think I've got that. Simon, you might have that phone.
Yeah, I have got that phone, but it's not with me in the here.
But I don't think it's that number though, is it?
I don't think it is, no.
No. Okay. Well, whatever. Just keep hitting that like button.
Email us.
Yeah. That'd be, or put it in one of the chats on TikTok. There is a way that we can go Instagram live as well, but I haven't figured that one out. That come up just as I went live. You can now go Instagram live on
brilliant.
StreamYard. So I shall definitely have a look into that into the next coming weeks to see if we can do Instagram live as well. So, right. So we went to Stephen's house to start off with.
Yes. Now, I know you had a good table. I think that was your table tipping session there, wasn't it?
Yes, 100%.
And you had a very good one. And we had something chucked at us in the basement there. That was me, Scotty. Scotty T, and Jay. And we hadn't had much activity down there, but we were down in the basement. And then it just all kicked off. Something was thrown at us. It made a loud bang. Everybody jumped. So
I can't remember the basement. Can you describe
it
the
had,
basement?
it had like war rooms off it. Do you remember? It was a weird place.
Was the basement with the Halloween objects?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. All the
Yeah, the
like,
statues
props were
and
down
dummies.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
And it had like rooms off it, like war rooms, sort of thing. Because we went and sat in one of these war rooms and got pretty good activity there as well. So that was pretty good.
I can remember the table tipping table. I can absolutely 100% remember the table tipping because I think it'd be fantastic to. I know, I don't know if anyone of you guys watched last night's show, my other show, Journey Through the Unexplained, but Paul has treated himself to a Christmas present of a new laptop. And I know he's looking very much forward to getting all the video footage that we've been backdating up and running.
Brilliant.
So I know this remember the table tip. I explained everything because we've got a couple of comments coming through. Craig has said, evening Rusty, evening Si. Happy New Year to you both. Russ, you need to get better at your darts predictions. But I will, I remember the table tipping. I remember being the biggest table that I've probably ever tried this on. And when I say the biggest table, it must have sat around about, I think there must have been about 12 or 14 of us around this table.
Yes, that was a big table there, yeah.
But, we'd say table tipping. I think we started off as a seance rather than a table tipping. But I do remember that the table was moving from one side of the room to the other side of the room. And it was literally pushing us and myself. It said, I think it was Phil. It might have been Phil asking if you like Russ or you don't like Russ. And it pushed me into the fire. There was a fireplace and it literally pushed me, moved me from one side of the room to the fireplace. So I remember that quite vividly. Can I remember what else went on in there? No, because I can't.
Upstairs bit though, there was like
yes,
tower
thank you. Yes, the tower bit. I do remember that, and I'm hoping Lisa is maybe watching or Andy is watching. Lisa Vose, because it was Andy's first and Lisa's first event with us as helpers in that month. It was their first, and Andy helped. I think it was with I saw her name, didn't I? I'm sure I saw Sue's name in the chat. Sue Devlin.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Sue is still watching. Christian has said, morning, ladies. And morning. Sarah is Elizabeth Cayley is watching as well. Hello there. Thank you for everybody who's joined over on TikTok as well. We have got over 1,000 likes. So 1,000 likes dead on at the moment. So good. Anyone in TikTok world is not hitting that button. I want to say why you're not hitting that button. As I said, we only want 2,024 likes. So get hitting that button, guys. Thank you ever so much. We went up to the top floor and
Yeah.
Henry split off, and I think I had Tina as well. So I think Henry took a few of the group, and we got stuck. We was not stuck, but we stayed into the main room where we first started there, and a doctor of some form come through to Andy, and he was brought in for, how would you put it? He was sort of an orthodox healer.
Right. Okay.
So he was there to, for healing the wounded there, or I think it was there was
I think it was a hospital at some
a
point.
hospital for children of some sort.
Yeah, and I think it was in the war as well. I think it took soldiers, I believe. I think, yeah, it did.
Yeah. So, and vaguely what I remember from it was that he was telling me that he did what I do now, and it wasn't known back then. And
Right.
I think he was going along the lines of Reiki.
Right,
He
okay.
healed. He was a spiritual healer.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Andy said, my hands feel hot. My hands feel hot. And all of a sudden, this room just filled with energy of children that I won't, was healed by this gentleman. Obviously, Reiki, for the people who don't know what Reiki is, was it's a spiritual healing that uses universal energy to heal. It's not a cure, but it is a healer.
Yeah.
Okay. It can prolong. It can help. It, I haven't seen Natalie's name in the chat, so I don't know if she's watching or not. But I know Natalie, with her bad back, and has definitely had different forms of that, and it helped.
It did help that, yeah.
It helped with Natalie. So, and this is what he gets saying to me. So we started to sort of use that energy and fill the room with that sort of energy, and the experience that obviously I don't think Sue is watching, but Susan, Sarah, and I think it was Tony as well was in that room. And I can safely say I don't think we've ever felt that sort of energy before, because it was a healing. It almost felt that you wasn't investigating.
Yeah.
It was more that you were sitting there for 20 minutes and getting healed.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And I think that top bit as well is where I think it was Phil and one of the other ladies saw a full apparition of a nurse at that top floor. So that would make sense. Yeah.
I know Andy felt a young lady at the top.
Yes.
That was hidden up there.
Yeah. But I think she was a nurse, and we sort of come down from that tower bit, looked across, and I think three of us looked across and just saw this apparition. And we all described the same thing without prompting. We saw it, and that's what we saw. So that was really good.
Yeah. And you do feel that sort of energy there. And that's, that was one of the, I must admit, I can't remember anything happening in the basement.
I did down in that basement, yeah. But it didn't happen for a long time. It was as if I'm going to follow you all the way around. You're going to keep calling out, and I'm not going to do anything. And as soon as we sort of turned our backs, as soon as we took our mind off calling out, it was an almighty bang. Even Scotty T jumped quite a way in the air. So that's
Yeah, but it was filled with horror objects, wasn't it? So
Yeah, but it
you
was,
know,
yeah, but it was an
a
all right
Halloween night, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was, it come from nowhere. It was like somebody hammered, like hit a hammer. That's so. Yeah, Avenue is pretty good. Or
Yeah.
Stevens.
But then it's a bit weird because it was almost to do with. I think a lot of people felt the garden as well, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I do. I think people were standing out there when they were smoking, and you could feel it. There was quite a lot in that garden, but
Yeah.
we couldn't investigate. It was a March night when I don't think the weather was that good.
No, I can't. Yeah, but I think it just didn't. Yeah, I can remember it vaguely. I can remember the big hall, which was good.
I remember the big hall when there was like all mirrors. Do you remember the mirrors? Like a corridor of mirrors either side.
Yeah, and Jay couldn't walk through it.
Yes, that's it. And then we did transfiguration in those mirrors as well, which was really good.
Maz, are you with Jay? Is Maz watching? I don't know if Maz is watching on TikTok. But I think she still might be on TikTok. So if you are watching, yeah, you're with Jay. Was it Jay that couldn't walk through the mirror room? If was that Jay? I'm hoping that she replies. It's a little bit more quicker on TikTok than it is on. He said yes. Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know if anyone's watching on Facebook and that, or on YouTube actually joined us at that event. I know Phil. I haven't seen Phil's name pop up.
No.
Right, apparently, I'm currently offline, so we have dropped signal. So we could lose something. Why has that come offline?
Can everybody still hear us on Facebook?
Your internet was restored. So we should be okay.
Oh, so in spirit.
We should be okay. I'm hoping we are. I am hoping that we are.
I think we are. We are on Facebook anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I do think that we are live. So
know about TikTok.
Yeah, no, everything seems to be all right. Everything seems to be okay at the moment. It just come up in the corner. We're all offline. We got to our target of I don't know, but we're 2,500 likes on.
We need to be 5,000.
Oh God! So just keep hitting that tap screen for us, guys. If you are watching on TikTok,
5,000.
please. Yeah, Kim said we're still live on Facebook. Sarah Elizabeth still is live on Facebook as well. I was there in spirit, Christian said. I bet he was.
Yeah, I bet he was.
So that was Stephen's house, Avenue House.
What was the next one then in April?
Oh, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
That was our first visit of the year to the secret nuclear bunker.
Was it in April?
Was in April the first one? Yeah, that was our first one.
I can't.
I do remember.
I haven't got a clue.
It couldn't have been that memorable. No, I do remember. The first time round that we had trouble in the comms room that we'd never had. We'd done bits of investigation that we'd never done there. We had a lot of activity in the sick room again, but that's normal for the sick bay. Natalie came. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember.
Yes, I got the spirit person to sit next to Nat and her daughter, and Nat actually said she felt the bed move, and nobody was around her. So could only be that. So that was that. The tunnels, the first time we went to there, I didn't get much activity in the tunnels, but I remember you saying, I think you did, but I could be wrong.
I honestly, I think if I can remember Natalie being there.
Yeah,
I can remember
and
being in
Steph,
Natalie.
we had to pull a group out at the end Do you remember? Because something went on, and I had to sit with 3 or 4 people in the canteen. I can't remember.
You did a spirit board in the canteen, but I thought
Yes,
that was yeah.
that was the last group because something had gone on the group before, and it wasn't my group, so it was either your group or Mazzy's group.
No,
yeah.
it was your group. You stayed in the top, and Scott and Lisa went down to the basement with Jay. Yeah, I can't remember. I have.
Yeah, but it was the group before I did that, so I had to stay and do the spirit ball with that group. So I can't remember what happened.
I have no recollection of what actually went on that night.
No, I don't remember much. I remember bits. I remember Nat and her daughter got a lot out of it, which was good because and I think a lot of guests got a lot out of it. To be honest, there was a lot of, again, you know what the bunkers like. The bunkers always giving something.
Yeah, Maz J. I know you're in the chat. Scott is now on Facebook. Hello, Scott. Going from one side to the other. And Kim, I know, did Kim join us in April as well? Was Kim in April 1? I just need, I can't remember actually what went on. If anyone can remember what went on in the April event.
Something definitely happened because I had to stay and do the spirit board in the upstairs bit. But I don't know what it was. I can't remember what it was.
It only might be because they never did the spirit board anyway in their group.
Maybe.
Potentially.
But yeah, potentially.
But yeah, I generally don't. I don't know.
Kim can't remember a thing.
No, I can't remember a thing.
Bloody goldfish, Kim. I'm not giving it here that I'm the goldfish.
I remember the only thing I think I can vaguely remember in the medical ward, Jay fronted Simon in the medical ward.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going to have a fight. Yes, you're right. Me and Jay were up against each other in the medical ward, yes.
And what was that about?
I can't remember.
See,
he wanted to...
Hold on. Oh, hold on. Steph, I was there in April and did a spirit board with you in the canteen. You picked up on bits there and wanted to stay.
Yes,
I asked to do a board.
That's it. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and we've got a good board actually, didn't we, Steph?
Yeah, I see. I have no recollection of. I remember Natalie, but I can't remember.
I remember
Steph,
fronting Jay.
Steph, can you remember? I can't remember Steph being in my group. So it must have been, but I can't remember. I cannot physically remember anything that went on that night that stuck out. It's weird. It's weird. I can remember Nat's first.
It's not a long time ago, but it is if you see what I mean.
Yeah, it's weird why this one isn't.
We swapped for each area. You were going between us, Russ.
We swapped groups for each area. You were going between us. Right, so that would have been weird. Very weird. Very, very weird. Hello to all. We've got quite a few new people over on TikTok that has joined us tonight.
Oh, brilliant.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the lovely world of TikTok. I know you can hear a voice in the background, guys. We haven't figured out a way of getting Simon onto TikTok at the moment. So
you lucky listeners.
So I don't quite know how that one works. So I don't, but welcome to everybody that has joined us on TikTok. Absolutely fantastic. Evening. Flugel has joined us. Happy New Year. Are you doing? Yes, we are. We are looking at last year's events. And I wanted you earlier on, Flugel, because we were speaking about Stephen's house and the table experiment that went on. If you remember when we was at Avenue House, Stephen's house, at the beginning of the year, I don't know if you remember that, how it pushed everyone out the door. I think it would have walked us the whole way. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Into the fireplace. I remember that one. Who's someone sent us a gift?
Oh,
Thank you.
what we
Thank
got?
you so much. Someone sent Meme Video Machine has sent us 2 roses over on TikTok. Thank you ever so much, guys. That's really, really appreciated. You know, look, I'm just doing what every other TikTok person does and says thank you to all the wonderful gifts.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I can't even see it, but thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got to figure a way of getting you onto TikTok as well. I still haven't worked this out. So thank you, Meme Video Machine. Really appreciate that. Top stuff. I really do. Do you know my mate Big? I'm not going to say that out because I don't think that's. No, I don't. And that's one of them ones that you get caught on saying. A massive spike in TikTok world at the moment, guys. So, you know, quite a lot of people. So thank you ever so much for anybody that has shared and, you know, hit that like button. We're trying to get to 5,000 likes. So if you could, you know, get us to 5,000 likes by, there's a lot of weird comments coming through on TikTok, but I won't read them out just for a moment. But someone says, hi babe, rate me. Hello lovely, your headphones look stunning. I think there's a fight over me on TikTok by the look of it.
Good.
Because then it's got someone's put, he's mine. Thank you ever so much for everyone. Please let's get us to 5,000 likes on TikTok. Hit that like button as many times as you like. It would be great. If you've got any questions that you want to ask us about the paranormal, please do, and we'll answer them for you as well. Okay, but thank you for the what do you call it, the
compliment. Yeah,
Yeah.
the compliment. Yeah.
the compliment on my headphones.
Right.
Oh, still arguing over me, by the way. No, he's a handsome man. He's mine. Right, so, yeah. If I knew, excuse me, there's a proper fight going on over on TikTok. If I knew, I would have had a shave. Oh well. Thank you to Sharon. There's a three-way live over there that are arguing over me. So thank you ever so much. But please hit that like button. We've got quite a few comments coming in now over on Facebook and YouTube. So we've got we've you know, the fireplace. And Flugel remembers about Stephen's house and things like that. So that's good. And I'm glad because I do remember that table tipping. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember that.
I wouldn't even call it table tipping. You know, it was a seance that went mad.
Went wrong.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Riot has said there.
Right.
So Flugel must have been at the bunker with us.
He was,
then.
yeah.
Right. So for the bunker, Claire had a well-dodgy sergeant spirit calling out younger soldiers that shouldn't be in that space. He was apparently inappropriate in his time to junior soldiers.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
How weird. I have no recollection of what actually went on at the bunker. I do not know.
I remember bits, but not a lot. Not not like I do. Well, mind you, I only remember little bits about Avenue. Really, I suppose it's what happens, isn't it? It's what stays in your mind.
Massively.
Yeah.
Apparently, Scott Pollardine sent me a cowboy hat and a moustache on TikTok. It appeared on you for a second. I never saw it. I've never felt so wanted in all my life over on TikTok, Simon. I really haven't. I hope Mads is still watching and seeing this, because Sharon outside Tesco's now for a fight. Oh my God, I could just watch TikTok all night. Thank you ever so much. You are making the journey quite funny tonight, guys. Really keep it going. But please, can you please hit that like button? Hit that like button as many times. Now someone wants to have a fight outside Lidl.
Oh, no, go Waitrose. It's more.
Yeah. Some are Waitrose, man. No, Marks and Spencers, I think.
Yeah.
One would like a punch up outside Marks and Spencers.
Harrods.
Right. Flugel said, also Steph had a young woman in the tower that was hiding from a local parish due to a pregnant spirit and was trying to get out of the village.
Yeah.
You can have my Percy Pigs. I can't watch. We're watching TikTok. It's actually creasing me up. But no. See, that must have been with you.
Yes.
In that,
yes.
That session.
I can't remember. It was Steph that saw the apparition. I can't remember. But somebody saw the apparition with me. I know they did. 2 people. But anyway. So let's move on to May. Where did we go in May?
May. So it would have been April, May.
Weather was quite good.
So it would have been either the boat. Did it been the boat?
Yeah, HMS Warrior. HMS Warrior. Well, let's put it down. I got to say, I think it was what a weekend, because it was the things leading up to that as well.
Oh, to be fair, it's probably the most. If I'm hoping Jay is listening, if he's still listening on TikTok, because I think what happened prior to that event, and bearing in mind that probably that the house that we stayed in was that's Jay's comment. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what Jay's comment is. HMS Warrior. Yeah, so I don't quite know on that one, but I've got to stop watching TikTok. It's hilarious. But no, let's start off. We normally, when we go away and look for places near, we always try and look for like haunted locations and things like that. So when we looked in this area, that it wasn't we wasn't necessarily the most haunted location that we potentially ever stayed in.
No,
but it probably turned out to be the most, what would you call it? The most
active, but
not active, but the most for Jay. It must have been the worst, but most
horrendous.
Yeah,
it was horrendous for him.
But I also remember talking to Flugel as well, and they stayed about 3 roads next to us, but we didn't know.
Yeah,
and they had experiences in their house as well that night.
Yeah, it was a.
Well, let's start off with the beginning, okay? So, as we always do, we always travel down. Sort of, if we've got to travel far and wide, that we would travel down sort of either late Friday night, so we're there ready in preparation for Saturday's event. So we did no different this week. We travelled down on the Friday. We went to a nice pub, but the Saturday, Jay and Maz went down earlier than what we did on the Saturday, and they spent a little bit of time walking around sort of Portsmouth Harbour and the dockyard, the historic dockyard. Now, look, we heard knocking in our house. Claire didn't like the place at all.
Yeah.
So Jay and Maz spent a few hours looking around the historic dockyard, just getting us a feel for the place. And then we was en route, and we all met in a little pub, which was virtually opposite, wasn't it? The boat, which you could see from the pub. We had a lovely meal. We decided to have a little walk around to the boat, the ship, or whatever you want to call it. If Kim's watching, I'll get told off somewhere along the line. Portsmouth was brilliant. Honestly, whoever's watching I've not got my glasses on. The ship, but we walked round, and that was the start of what I think was to come. Simon was adamant he didn't want to be on that ship.
No,
he really didn't. He
made
was
me feel sick as I approached it, and that's unusual. That really is unusual. There's not many places that I won't walk in, but that was one.
But we left it. We had a little walk around, didn't we? We went round, and we made way back to the house for the evening, and went out for a drink and that. But the next day, we started to head down to the dockyard. But Jay was feeling under the weather. He didn't feel very well. He said he felt sick. He was up all night. So we just left Jay to be for the day. We went on our merry journeys. We had an absolutely wonderful afternoon, because we went on all the ships, didn't we? We went on a boat ride, a submarine.
Kim and Mrs. A going in and talking to the organisers that got us in there absolutely free of charge, which was even better. It was absolutely spot on. But Jay missed all that. Now, we all went back to the house, and I was left with Jay. I didn't want to go out for something to eat. I was quite happy to sit there, and you all guys went out to got something to eat, didn't you? Yeah. Wish we hadn't, but yes, we did.
Yeah. But no, I think everything that happened at the moment, I don't think if you stayed there, I don't think we would have got the answers.
No, probably not.
I don't think we would have got the answers, because I don't think we would have put them many bits together, because I generally thought at one point I heard the door go, and I heard it, and I was pretty adamant that I heard Jay and Maz talk. Proper heard them talk. And we've gone offline again on, I think it could be Pulse Talk that we're offline on. Maybe not. I don't know what's happening here, but it's dropping in and out. Because I have got no Facebook at the moment.
Can you still hear us on Facebook, TikTok? Let us know.
Yeah, I think everything seems to be okay at the moment. By me, Mr. Essex, I have to go to put my teeth away and take my medication. See you soon, sweetheart. What is happening on TikTok at this moment in time? Seriously, I do not know what is happening on TikTok, but I think we're all okay. I think we're just not online on Pulse Talk by the look of it. And I don't know why. Something's not right. But I don't know. But it's connected to the wrong. That's why. Let's hope that's right. I've switched the Wi-Fi. So let's right. We should be okay. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry, I do apologise. Okay. Let's get that back on. No, we've come off Pulse Talk. Let's go again then. I'm hoping that that's back on. Facebook is back on my end.
Yeah.
Good. I reckon they'd be having problems up there as well. So, I'm saying we're back on. Yes. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, we'll just carry on for what we're doing, and hopefully that everyone is still. I do not know what's going on in TikTok, because we've just got a real spike in people watching and watching and watching.
It's probably because they're trying to see the face behind this voice.
I'm like, well, it must be. I don't think we've ever spoken to this many people on TikTok at the moment. But welcome to everybody over on TikTok. But no, and so let's quickly go back to what we were saying, obviously, with the story that you went out and I heard the door go.
But Andy and Lisa had also arrived.
Yeah.
Got that bit. They'd arrived, so they were there, but didn't even know Jay was there, did they?
No, but I poor Andy and Lisa were sound asleep, and I checked their room because I didn't realise they were there. So I woke them up and said, I do apologise. And they went, no. I said, but have you been hearing anything? They went, no. I said, no, I didn't think so, because it was more on the next level up. So I went back and sort of just sat back down again, put the telly back on, and I was speaking to Christina at the time, and she said, you sure that something's, not followed Jay? And I was like, no, he's just not very well. And at that point, again, I heard the door go, and Maz and Jay was talking. So I quickly run down to see, but no one was outside Jay. So I opened the door to see if Jay was okay. But Jay was sound asleep. Absolutely soundo. Okay. So I went back up, and that's when all you lot come back in. And I think we all sort of just started to talk, and we just said, something's not right. We're going to hit Jay.
No, because we heard him talking to Maz again.
Oh, yeah.
Me and you heard the same thing.
So, and it wasn't, because Maz was somewhere else.
Yes.
Right.
But we both heard.
So, right. So that's what we decided, to make sure that Jay was all right. And that is when we sort of went in guns blazing, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And this is the freakiest part of it, is when we were shouting at loud voices at the top of our voices for Mrs. A, and Mrs. A couldn't even hear us, and we wasn't quiet, and she was a room away. Yeah. She was a room away, and Ian was sound asleep as well. He didn't hear anything. And when we had,
it's so weird. It was really weird.
Yeah, it was very, very strange. And then obviously,
why wasn't it?
Yeah. We sort of, I don't want to say necessarily exercised, but there was a few, wasn't there?
It was Tina was doing kept it. How can I say?
It wasn't.
We got rid of whatever was with Jay.
100%.
And it wasn't very nice to see what was happening to Jay.
No,
I remember.
I remember seeing Mazzy's face.
Yes. I think it probably hit us all because we was all there, and I know Tina was working, but you could see. I don't want to use the word exorcism because I think that's too drastic for what we were doing, but I don't. It wasn't far off of it. It was our own version of, but whatever it was, did not want to leave Jay at all. It was hanging in there. And I remember, you got to remember, this is first time that poor Lisa and Andy stayed with us and they were there. And I think, we just asked them to do their bit, didn't we? And there was Darcy by the window, and, Darcy took on a huge role of making sure that whatever it was going out that window. Yes.
So, and Maz has put, that really upset me. So, that would have hurt, it hurt all of us, because seeing your friend in that state.
Yeah, and he wasn't like,
but he had no colour. He was grey. So we done what we needed to do, and we got him out that room. We cleared the room down, didn't we? And
Yeah.
you know, and we got him downstairs. We got him. You know, I know Jay doesn't eat sugary things, but it was a time where Jay had to eat sugary stuff, so he stuck a donut down his throat. Yeah, didn't we? We had donuts flowing down his throat.
Tea and coffee, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, we had coffee, and he said he felt rough all the way. Not rough. He was coming to all the time, but he didn't feel great. He didn't want to step on the boat, but I think deep down he sort of knew he had to.
Yeah.
If we're getting this wrong, Maz, can you just pop in the your comment in the chat and let us know if we're getting this wrong? And Jay, he's correcting us. Please put it in the chat. But I remember Jay didn't go downstairs. He stayed on the top deck.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this energy come in from around the top deck that give you information. Remember that, gentleman?
Yeah.
That gives you all the information about a war and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, that energy that come in to
there
massively took away Jay's fears. That's it. Jay picked up on that bloke. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
And then Jay went downstairs.
I think he was making like the spirit was telling me rhymes. Like I can't remember what the rhymes were, and me and Jay were laughing at it because we were boosting it up to you. It was like that, but yeah.
Nathan,
I think it stopped both of us. To be honest, I didn't want to walk on that boat either.
No, but
I didn't want to walk on that boat.
Yeah, but I think it shocked everybody. How do I donate to your channel? We don't ask for donations or anything like that, Nathan. That's not what we're about. But there, as you can see, there is a rose goal at the top of the page. So if you want to donate a rose, that would be absolutely fantastic. We're trying to get to 5,000 likes. So that's all we ask for over on TikTok, guys. Just to hit the goal of roses and 5,000 likes. So just hit that like button as many times as you can, please. There's a lot of love for me on TikTok. I could do TikTok quite often. I get a big head watching that. But yeah, and that was sort of once Jay had broken that. I felt okay. I never felt, but I think is what it did do was it unnerved everybody because to see your friends like it.
Yeah.
But then I think that had a knock-on effect in the investigation as well, because I think we were too, not to say we would never be like it, but I think we went too protective.
I don't know, because we had so much good spiritual stuff. In my first session, we had a full band playing, and we've got that taped. Jackie and Ross.
Yep.
Ross. Yeah. Had all taped it. They'd actually taped, and you could hear it. It started with like, I don't know, let's say it started with a violin, and then you got the flutes, and then you got the, mate, it was, I've never heard anything like it since.
Yeah, Corin and Ricky heard it too.
Yes.
I've just got that on TikTok. So
unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Flugel has put, we had quite a bit of activity in the cells on the boat with the cut. Oh yes, I remember that. Andy and what was Flugel? What was that lady's name? Sorry, I've forgotten. It wasn't Claire.
Who was the girl in the basement with the eyes?
No, that was not. We had Andy and I think, was it Laura Flugel? I know there's a massive delay on, but I'm pretty sure. But they were going to go at it. We had to separate them apart. It was like Karen. That was it. Karen got affected.
Yeah.
And that was sort of her first sort of experience, so to speak. And it worked. It worked lovely because Andy was this, Andy sort of does pick up on the darker side of energies. And Andy, when he goes into sort of a seance sort of overlay trance, so to speak. He's very intimidating. So if you don't know necessarily, if you've never been on an event with us and it's the first time you meet Andy and you do an investigation with him, the intimidation side of things can be quite hard hitting. We had a very emotional spirit ball too.
Yes.
I can't remember that because I wasn't. That would have been Sandra that probably did that.
I think no. Was that who's that come from?
Maz.
Because we had a good spirit board with Phil.
Yeah, Maz has just said. I'm assuming. I think I remember this one, and I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I remember rightly, it had something to do with team member Lauren. I won't go into it because it was personal to her, but I vaguely remember that one.
But I remember the lady downstairs when the eyes went. When
yeah, but you asked me to come and get.
Yeah, I had to because there wasn't much activity, but you could tell something was going on. And we went in the back bit, and I just looked at her, and we were getting some sort of story, and her eyes had gone, and I thought, right, I can't kill this one. Yeah.
Kim saying the spirit board, everyone was in tears. Yeah, I remember. I do remember.
Yeah, I do remember it now because
Darcy come up to us. And she said it was just too much to watch, and not in a bad way, but it was in a good way. And
yes, it was emotional.
Yeah,
I think it pleased a team member as well.
Yeah, very much so. I do remember the boat. Yeah, it was, but I suppose wrongly, it was for the wrong reasons. I remember that boat more than anything. The boiler room, Simon. Maz has put the boiler room.
Yes. Yeah, that was when the eyes. Jay was with me, wasn't he?
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, and I saw him. The girl was looking at Jay. So it was like, yeah, that wasn't. It was a boiler room.
Yes,
things were hiding. You could tell things were hiding, and I think me and Jay could see it, but we couldn't put our fingers on what it was. But it was obviously taking her over. Can't remember the lady's name.
Sarah Murphy has put hello. Hope you're all good. Thank you for watching. Nick and Avocado has joined us. There's a Gooner that has joined us. Thank you ever so much for everybody that is joining us over on TikTok. It is a big night for us tonight on TikTok. I don't think we've had this many viewers at one point. Do you know what I mean? We had over 100 viewers, which was really odd. I've never seen that before on TikTok. Anyway, on TikTok, we ended the night on the top deck.
Oh, that was good.
We had a mass séance go on. I think we had a good 30 people, didn't we, around the séance?
Brilliant, because Jonesy was there, wasn't he? Mark.
Yeah.
Ryan was there.
Yeah, it was getting pushed, pulled. We had, everyone. We had Claire. My favorite, one of my favorite guests that makes me laugh so much is Claire Flugel. Your Claire is just, because when she goes into that sort of half trance, it's just the funniest thing ever. And I know, I know she don't mind me saying it, but there is no filter. So it is proper what comes out. It is true spirit talking the language of the truth. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's no, sometimes I've watched trance mediums work and they sort of hide their. Oh, thank you ever so much for Sarah Murphy. We've hit our goal for the roses. She sent us 5 roses over on TikTok. So Sarah Murphy, thank you so much for the 5 roses on there.
What does that do? What does that do for us?
I couldn't tell you because I do not understand what the world of TikTok is.
Thanks for the roses.
Thank you. That's all we've got to say is thank you for the roses. Really appreciate it. Because I haven't got a clue. I'm going to actually say I would like 3 sparklers, whatever that means. 3 sparklers. Okay. That's our new goal. 3 sparklers. But massive thank you to Sarah Murphy. Really appreciate that for what you've done. We're all new to TikTok, don't really understand it. We've got so thank you ever so much for that. But yeah, the seance at the top, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely fantastic.
The whole weekend, apart from what happened to Jay, it was obviously concerning. But once we got him on that boat, once he was working, and once Jay was Jay, it was all right. And I still think the sod. Oh, well, did I give him the bit of rope? I know he bought a bit of rope, but I might have given him to that. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Maz. But I think it was me that might have passed him the bit of rope on that boat.
Connor has put, oh my God, I love your videos. Thank you ever so much. Can I join? I can't because we're live on Pulse Talk Radio at the moment, Connor. So we can't invite people on at this present time. So we're live on Pulse Talk Radio as we speak. So he had to dig it out of his bag, but didn't want to say. Right. Claire is brilliant. She has to feel comfortable to let it happen. So she loves coming in your events. One of the best was the first one in the courtroom against Henry at Waltham Abbey. Honestly, I will never, ever forget that night, Flugel. That night was just, it was like a gift from the heavens that was sent that night, because we had two energies in that room that was absolutely hammer and tongs, and they told the full a full story. Right, so Connor said, okay, no worries, mate. If I DM you, will you reply so I can show my mum we love you? Connor, DM us and we'll reply. Okay. Can you shout out to my brother Sean? He has autism. Sean, hello, matey. Glad you're joining us and watching us. Simon will say hello, but he won't be able to see him.
Hi, Sean. Keep watching us.
Yeah, keep watching. Thank you ever so much for all the follows and likes, guys. You guys are really appreciative tonight. So, yeah, we always do as many shout outs as we can. Much love to you all. We'll keep going because we're having a good night looking back. It was like watching a play. Was it? Was it? But the thing for me, Flugel, it's the first time I met you. It was the first time I met you.
Yeah,
so I had to sort of take your words from it, that, you know, Claire was all right to do this, because normally if someone goes into trance in an event and the first time, I'd be like, whoa, no, I'm not going to allow that to happen. But you guys were pretty accepting. You sort of knew how she worked. So we let it go. And I obviously let Henry go. And it was just like,
it went on.
People, did it? It was just pure hatred between two energies of spirit. And it didn't matter what, you could never have pacified the situation. It was just hate, just pure hate.
Oh, let's hope it happens this year.
Yeah.
Well,
Claire always goes into, you know, I always like to let Claire go into trance when she's in my group. With us, the one at Hitchin House as well, as she was a child. Very different energy there for Claire. Very, very different, because it was very subdued energy. Very, very subdued at that point, but an attitude on it. So it was a sort of normal, energy that she'd picked up on, but it wasn't, it was a subdued energy, which was good. Where else? She's been into trance a couple of times with me. And the good thing with Claire is it's like, you know what you're going to get here. You know what you're going to get. So, yeah, we look forward to it. They are joining us at some point throughout the year. I know that, but I don't quite know. Hello, Max. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. I know they've booked with us, but I think it might be the Gallows of Justice first up, isn't it? The first up this year.
Yeah, Gallows is first up, yeah.
The railway trayer underneath the tree. That was quite emotional. Was that this year as well?
Yeah, that's the next one.
Right.
Well, apart from Cashies, we've got Cashies in between. We
Well,
went back to Cashies, didn't we?
yeah. So we missed Cashies for a minute. Let's go to the woo.
Yeah, Northfield was absolutely fantastic. Really fantastic. I mean, we had, whatever you say, we had signal things going off. We had one of the team members walking up the station with something caught on film next to him. We had the bloke, I can't remember, was it Clive, who was the organizer there, that actually jumped off one of the trains because he saw the apparition that I saw. He joined us at an event, actually, didn't he? So,
yes.
Northfield was absolutely superb event.
Absolutely
Superb.
fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And Flugel, you won't like this bit, but to start off the night, we had a fantastic, train journey that went up and down the track, which was fantastic for my partner's little boy that joined us. They, for all of you now, whoever come on an event who saw my partner's little boy, you're all known as magicians now. He thinks we're all magicians. Because of I don't know if you all saw the balloon person that was there. So he's now, his mind is now tied into that's what we all are. We're all magicians. So which I've been called Christina's watching now, look. So everyone on that train is now a magician.
Good.
Which is nice. It's nice for him, but it was a great little start off to the night. And then obviously that got better because I think we've got video footage of someone walking next to somebody, didn't we?
Matt, there was a spirit walking next to Matt.
You all do magic.
Of course we do. Now that's what I call magic. No, we had a spirit person walking next to Matt. There was some weird. When we go back to do Northfield, we should really be looking at the end of the platform, the other way, not where you're thinking under the tree, but it's the other way because we kept seeing somebody come across the track like a shadow figure come towards us over the track, but we weren't in Matt's group, and it wasn't till later that Matt actually said. He was walking along, felt a presence join him, and I think it was Kim, if she's listening, took footage of it walking next to him.
I just had Scotty Poddon has sent us 23 roses. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that, Scott.
Scott, I don't know what roses are going to do for us, but thank you, mate.
Thank you ever so much. I think it helps us get the views. I really do. I think that helps, the interaction that we're getting. I think it helps us get the views. So absolutely thank you ever so much for everyone that has gifted tonight. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. But I'm just going to go to what Flugel went to with Under the Tree. We picked up on quite a nasty energy, and I just want to make it on record that the energy that we picked up on had nothing. Kim has just said, I filmed the legs next to Matt.
Yeah, I thought she did. Thanks, Kim.
I wanted to say this is categorically the story does not have anything to do with the railway station. Okay, it was nothing to do with the railway station. There's a public footpath that crosses the railway line.
Yeah,
and there is what I would call sort of a part residual energy that was not very nice to children. If you walked probably about 20 yards down 20 to 30 yards down that pathway, there was a big tree, and we had an energy that was stuck there and really didn't want to move forward and move out. But we managed to get that energy to come forward, because then we realized that there was an energy by the gate that was stopping this from happening. And the energy by the gate was not a very nice man, and what he did to children, and had no remorse. But Claire magically worked with Spirit, and she drew the courage and she drew the strength to walk the energy up and continue the journey past the gate with no fear of that man. And her doing so sent a lot of other energies through that way as well. And it was very, very brave of her to do. And you could see it. You could definitely see what was going on. You could definitely see how she was feeling. And did she, almost to start off with, did she feel that she could have the energy? Did she have the energy? And a little bit of proof to herself, and she bloody well did it. And that's what there is definitely to how she can contain Spirit as how she does it is magical. So, big, Flugel, I know she probably doesn't watch this, but I hope you pass on our messages to her as well, please, because that is the truth. Kerry Ann is hi, Kerry, welcome to the show. Some exciting news coming up, hopefully in the near future, regarding this. So we'll be working very closely with Kerry Ann coming in the near future. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. Keep your eyes peeled.
Good.
Claire has had a spirit of a young girl who raped by local policemen, but she walked past the policeman to cleanse. That is exactly what happened.
Good.
Absolutely. But I just want to make sure that we get it clear that where we were standing, where we were investigating, it did have nothing to do with the train station. I don't want that. It was a story separated from the train station. It had no, what you would call it, links to it. Just walked across that bridge. So
but with the train station, and because we all had like one of their organisers with us.
Sent that particular evening. We've had Heidi has sent some. I don't know what we've sent, Heidi, but thank you. Looks like we've sent 2024s. So thank you ever so much, Heidi, for the lovely gifts as well. You've got to say
thank you, Heidi. Thank you.
Say thank you to the.
Thank you very much, Heidi. I can't see what I'm thanking you for, but thank you very much.
It just popped up on my screen.
We had, didn't we? We had an organizer with us from Northfield Station within the groups,
but we've also got.
It was cracking to have their confirmation of what we were getting.
I think we are forgetting one quite categorically strong story there. See, my mind is coming back. I just need time. I don't need to be in a rush. If I knew, not necessarily, not necessarily know what I was talking about, but if I had time to sit down before the show started, then I would have. But the bell,
the signal,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we never.
That was absolutely brilliant. And that was one of our guests. The first time we heard it, me and Jay, I think I had to leave Jay because I had to take a guess out the signal box. And I sorted the problem out. He was getting taken over in there. But we sorted the problem out. We went back and the signal box went off. Now, I thought it was where we walked in, or a bell went off, or it was something I'd done. And there was 2 organisers, or perhaps 3 organisers in that group at that time. And they said, no, that can't happen. So me and Jason, well, it just has. But the funny thing was, okay, me and Jay then took another group. And as we come past this signal box again, me and him went, well, go on, Spirit, if you're so bloody clever, do it again. And it bloody did. I think I've got that right, Jay, if you're still listening. But I know as we walk past that signal box again, from the second to the third group, or the first to the second group, I know we said it. But I'm sure you're...
Evening, Jane. Jane has joined us in the chat as well.
Hi, Jane, you all right?
I do remember that, and as you say, with the North Weald guys that stay there on site, are quick to try and give you an explanation.
Yeah.
Now there is one of the head that I think he's sort of like the chairman of the committee. I don't know. His name is Adam. So if you do that sort of paranormal events and things like that, you normally go through Adam to speak to for North Weald. And I spent a couple of minutes because I was, the guy in between helping out guys and things like that. I spent a couple of minutes talking to him, and he was adamant that there would be a technical explanation for that. So his first port of call was to ring through to what was the other end?
Epping.
It was a Epping railway line, and to see if anyone was present in there, and no one was present there. So that ruled that one off the table, because what he said is the only way that bell should go off if there's a train that goes across the line would set that particular bell off. So what I like about it, he said, look, we'll take it as it's not paranormal yet. And he actually rung me 2 days later, and he'd spent 2 days trying to not poo-poo it, but give us an explanation why that bell had gone on. That, he said, I'm not poo-pooing it. He said, I just want to try and give you an explanation. And the explanation he could only give was the bell would only go off once. It can only go off once when the power gets shut down. So we take the first bell away,
which
is fine.
Gone.
Because that was your first bell. The recurring bells, because it happened a couple of times, there is no answer apart from a paranormal. There is no electric. There was nothing that could set that off. There was nothing that you could have done to do that to make it happen. And he spoke to the technical guys. He spoke to everything. And I suppose he was just trying to just do something, to make sure, because he's quite into it, isn't he?
He's very much. Adam's very much into it. He is.
So even then, it was like, it's quite nice that he went away and tried to, tell us and experience what, he didn't want it to be fake for us, if that makes sense. He didn't want it to think. It's more probably based on, he didn't want the thing we thought it was the railway station rather than the the paranormal.
To be honest, that's what was so good about them guys.
Yeah.
They never preempted anything. And what we got, they either backed up or said they didn't know. And there wasn't much that we got that they didn't know.
Vicky Wallace has joined us.
Hi, Vicky.
I don't think I've seen that name before.
I don't think I have. No.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I see a lot of names. Now, bearing in mind, I've never seen TikTok that stay and hold over 50 people for a prolonged. I've kept my eye on it for the last 15 minutes. In the last 15 minutes, it hasn't dropped below 50 viewers. Now, I know that sounds silly little numbers and it doesn't mean anything, but I think for us, there's 53 people at this current moment watching us. We're at 6,000 likes. I think we could go 10,000. Another 4 ain't going to matter, is it?
No.
We've got a goal going of sparklers. So hit a sparkler if you want to send us a sparkler.
I don't know what do sparklers do then?
Why do I know? I just didn't want to keep clicking on roses because it looked a bit boring. So I thought I'd better zhuzh it up a little bit and click something else on it.
Oh, dear.
I didn't really know what it was all about.
But that North Weald event was, it was probably, again, one of, the most active we've had there. We've had a lot.
But then again, you say that the first time we went there, we caught that apparition.
Yeah, exactly. That's always giving, isn't it?
I don't know if I've got that picture. Have I? I think I might have uploaded that picture. Or did I not? No, I didn't.
It's a shame.
Yeah, no,
That's
sorry, I
a shame.
didn't. I haven't uploaded that picture. I did upload some pictures of the boat.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's good. That's It's just a shame that they put their prices up so high, and they've priced us out of it now.
Massively, absolutely,
that is
massively
really-
priced us
Anybody
out of it.
listening,
Unfortunately,
HMS Warrior, come on, play decent.
yeah, but well, I think the aggravation. We had quite a bit of a, didn't we? We had a bit of a nightmare 24 hours prior to actually the investigation going ahead with, their last minute demands of we needed, they wanted passports, they wanted this, didn't they?
I get all that. I do get all that, but they held wedding receptions there. So you can't tell me that they're going to have passports for everybody at a wedding reception. They're not.
But they must do.
They're
Yeah,
not.
I think Kim says, I think that was the plan to price everyone out. Yeah, I think it was. I think we were.
It's not fair. And
To be fair,
what harm would it do? What harm did it do? They have to have somebody that mans that boat, ship. Sorry, ship. No, you've got your habit now. That mans that ship 24 hours. So he's going to be on that ship.
No matter what.
Yeah. So what does it matter? But it was pricey enough anyway. And now too much.
Yeah.
Too silly.
We never showed them anyway. No, because we had to fight it, Phil. We had to fight it. We was literally ringing people, speaking to people and saying, look, I said, like, how can I ask for people's names prior to it? I said, one person books the tickets for everybody. They could invite whoever they want.
Yeah.
It's just not feasible. And I'm with Kim. I think the plan, is what they did is, I think they didn't want the hassle of it all. And this is the actual, if you want it, you can have it, but we're going to make an absolute killing of it. Because I think it was dear enough as it was.
Oh, it was dear. It was,
and they stuck it up to about $5,000, I think. £5,000.
That is silly. That's stupid money.
Just there's no need for that. And I'm not sitting here and bitching about, the historic dockyard. I know you need money and things like that. Plus we was already in Portsmouth and we didn't have any passports. No, it was, I just remember at 10 o'clock at night, we got that email and I just remember, what do we do at 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Is all we can do is put a Facebook post out and that was it. And an email. And that's all we did. But yeah, crazy to think that they can just,
I mean, it's such a great place. It is such a great place, and that ship was a brilliant place. It was a brilliant thing to do. It's once in a lifetime. At least we've done it. But
Kim, as I said, Kim always, I always said to Kim that I always wanted to do a ship, something like that.
I want a Boeing 747. She ain't got me that yet.
No, that was my wish.
No, I do. I would like a plane.
There's that place in Norwich. I'm sure there's that place in Norwich, Norfolk, Norwich. You know where Carol goes for, when you go to, near there. I'm sure it's near there somewhere.
Kim, come on.
I'm sure there's a whole
plane, Kim.
I'm sure there's just old planes, loads of them. You see them. I've driven around Norwich and Norfolk enough times. You asked for a boat and you got a ship.
So I've asked for a 747 to get me an Airbus. Simples.
But I know that there is
Concorde.
But there isn't one out and about. It's going to be Biggin Hill, isn't there? Is it? No. Is it Biggin Hill?
Yeah,
what's the one?
Hill. They wouldn't have there. No, it's. I know what you mean.
Duxford. That's the
one.
Don't
do it. They don't do it.
No, they don't. We've tried Duxford, Flugel, and to be fair, their answer back is well respected by us. It was like there's too many people that are associated with the living there and the dead, it could be a little bit hard for them to take. So they said no to it, and we respect that for them. I'd love to do it though. Kim RAF Manston, we flew out of there. I flew from many years ago to Scotland. Yeah. But yeah, there's definitely one in Norwich, Norfolk, right on the borders. It is. I could probably drive to it. Yes, that's it. That's exactly what it is for. That one there.
Yeah, and do you know what? Fair play.
America has an aeroplane graveyard, according to Maz.
Where, Maz? Though?
In America.
We're going to get to America.
I know. You know, the problem is RAF are not keen yet. It's one of them things, unfortunately. But there is this place. I'm going to look tonight. I'll look tonight for this place in wherever it may be, because it feels like that's where Arizona or something. My sister, Arizona, yeah,
it's in the desert. It is. They're right. There is one in America in the desert.
We know, but then wasn't it COVID that kicked in?
Yeah, COVID kicked out of that one, Kim.
But no, do you play Fortnite? No, I don't play Fortnite. I wouldn't even know where to start. Whoever's just asked that, who is that? A Wolves fan 87. I don't play Fortnite, unfortunately. COD, I play COD, but very poorly. That's on TikTok. Got asked a question.
Rochester Castle. I think if I was going to do anywhere again, Phil,
we've never done Rochester.
Yeah, I don't think they do it, but I'd like to do Dover Castle, because last time we did Dover Castle, it wasn't till the end of that investigation that we saw so much more of Dover Castle that we'd never done. Do you remember?
Yeah, but it's getting up there. There's another castle though as well in Kent, and I can't think what it's called. It's sort of opposite. Oh, and I know they do it. I've seen a couple of adverts of doing it. Yes, definitely Dover Castle, Vicky Wallace. We've done Dover Castle a couple of times.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, but it is quite expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I would, Rickover Towers. We've walked. Rickover. Yeah, we've walked we wouldn't be able to do an investigation there anyway. It's just a walk. You walk past it, don't you?
Yeah, but there probably is a lot of history there.
Yeah, there definitely
a lot of history there.
Oh, what's that other one? I can't think of what that other. Yeah, but Rochester Castle. I will try and have a look at it. That one, Flugel, because it is a place that we haven't done before.
I think we have done it, but
we haven't done it.
No, I think we've tried. I think we've inquired. Well, I think I have.
We haven't tried for the last 5 years.
No, we probably haven't. You're probably right.
And no, yeah, Kim said they said no.
Yeah, I think they did.
I think we must be talking about Rochester there. I like the prison we went to. That was really good. We've been to both. Vicky. Shepton or Shrewsbury. I suppose if we're going to have to try a prison, it'd have to be a different prison, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I don't know if we can still get Shepton.
Yeah, I don't trust them at the moment.
2025, we could try it and see what they say. If we did it early enough, if we did it in March, Shepton, yes.
Yeah, you joined us at Shepton. Yeah, I say for me, I've done them. I would like another prison.
Kim, if you're about and you've got time, what's the other one we went to where they were filming and we couldn't go in? Gloucester.
Gloucester prison.
Yeah.
Got Gloucester prison, Ashwell prison.
Yeah. Ash will do it. I know Ash will do it. But that's quite a way up.
I just don't trust. Leeds Castle would be awesome. Ian Cole's Hever Castle.
Yeah. We've done Tonbridge.
Yeah.
That was expensive, though.
Maz wants to go to the Bodmin Jail Hotel. It's always a thought Amherst would be great, but they don't do it at the moment, Jane.
Yeah.
Um,
Why do the lives always end up with me doing the list?
yeah,
Well,
but these would have to go into 2025. You know,
yeah. But it's a
Um,
good starting point.
but if there is one that is expensive, very expensive, then we would quite easily pull it into 2025 and do, you know, if it's expensive, it gives people chance to save and,
Yes. Yeah.
you know, and, you know, so if it does get to something like Leeds, it is extortionate amount of money. We have just finished 2024.
Called planning, Keith. It's called
yeah.
planning.
We're on it. We're planning. But yeah, no, just, yeah, Sandra, yeah, Gloucester. How did I miss that one? Gloucester Prison.
We said Gloucester.
Yeah, but that come out from nowhere, that comment, and it wasn't there just a minute ago.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was a
Dorchester
delayed.
got a prison.
Huh?
Why
What?
why have I just got Dorchester in my head?
Oh, we've been to
don't know.
Dorchester, haven't we?
Yeah.
We went to, that was Shire Hall, wasn't it?
Yeah. We were talking
was-
about you today at Shire Hall, actually. Me and you were arguing at Shire Hall in spirit. Remember being the judge and you scared the crap out of Steph and Wendy without knowing it?
Why did I scare the crap
You
out?
called them up and they sort of went, ooh.
I can't even remember.
Yeah,
I can
we were
remember.
talking about it today. Funny enough.
Apparently, someone on TikTok says, "Hi, I like gardening."
Yeah, so do I.
Hello.
Roses.
Yeah,
Roses. We got a lot of them tonight.
you've got a lot of roses tonight. A lot of roses. So thank
I'm
you
a
for
good
joining
pruner.
us. We only got 6,300 likes. I want 10,000. Come on, guys. Hit that button. Hit. There's 57 of you in the chat. All hit that button. Hit that button like you've never hit that button before. And let's get us on that line.
So back to this year. Do you know, I think we're going to probably have to carry it over, you know, because we've
Right.
still got, we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 events, 5 events to do, really.
Yeah, we're all right. We've still got half
Okay.
an hour yet.
Okay. Cash as well was Cash as well because it always gives something. And I think it was the Witches again, and I think I was going up against Wendy at one point in Cash as well.
Can
For
I
some
just
reason.
ask everyone on TikTok to see if I'm back? Am I back on TikTok? Apparently, I'm freezing on TikTok, and I don't want to lose that feed just for a
Well,
minute.
Perhaps I better send you some ham warmers.
Hopefully, if everyone, I've just had keep freezing on TikTok. So yeah, what am I doing? Now people are sending me what the bits are for. And right, so let's get back to this year. Hopefully, I'm still live on TikTok. Hopefully, I'm still there.
Cash as well for summer solstice. That was in June. Then we
Yeah,
went to Brookfield, which we've already talked about. Then we went to Slough Fort, which you weren't there, but Slough Fort was amazing.
So I'll hand that one over to you.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. It was full of activity. There were so many people getting taken over that it was unreal. And me and Henry coped pretty well. Sandra had stuff being thrown at one of the guests. One of the guests got stabbed in the ear. Somebody who come, I think it was with Sue, got taken over. A night to remember. True night to remember. You know, for a little place like it was, and they've done so much there at Slough Fort as well. It was fantastic.
Messages, the Dole.
The Dole,
yeah.
Yeah, the Dole, the EMF. It was all centered around a Dole that Jay decided to bring. And Alan got attacked at Slough Fort.
Just
We
don't
did
just what do you mean? Al got attacked.
Like a spiritual attack. So, what can I say about Slough Fort? It was about
What attacked him? What was the reason why he got attacked?
I don't know. He went in. I know he went in a room on his own, didn't he, Jane? He sat in a room on his own. There was a lot of. He gets attacked everywhere. Yeah, he does. Was he scratched or was that land god? He got something. There was something. I can't remember. Something happened to him, but again, it was spiritual. We had somebody being stabbed in the ear, so that was spiritual. We had, he was scratched. We had stones being thrown at a guest
Across his
responder.
stomach?
Yes, I think it was.
Maz has put across his stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, stone being thrown. Yeah, that's right, Vicky. The stone was being thrown. That's it. Vicky was with us and she got taken over. And it took some really did take some stuff to get it out of her. But we got there. We got there. It was just a brilliant evening. And I think Henry spoke for about the last half hour to Phil and his group outside. It was just such a it was a nice event, to be quite honest. Although there was a lot went on and not good stuff. But they're doing a lot of work at Slough. So I think every time they do Slough Fault, it digs a bit more up.
A lot of people say fantastic evening.
It was. That was one of the best. I've not come across that.
I probably was having a great evening myself in the all-inclusive bar in in Mallorca.
Yes, you probably was. but it was just the dole that was really.
You told him to bring the dole.
Oh, don't keep blaming. Tell him not to keep blaming me, Maz. It's nothing to do with me. But could he bring it at the next event we're going to, please?
Jay said he threw a stone in one session and we had a stone thrown back in our session back at us.
Yeah. It was, mate, it was a place that kept on giving that evening. Really was. It really was. You don't get many of those evenings, but that was one of them.
I can't.
Again, whether it's because it was a small, you can't take so many people to Slough, whether it's something to do with that. So we had to work in two groups, so you kept the same leaders. So whether it was something to do with that, I don't know. And we only had 15 people, didn't we? Sort of guests in total.
That's what you can do at that little event.
Yeah.
The voice box was going off and making sense too.
Yeah. It was unreal. And then they did boards at the end, and I think Al got attacked by his ex-wife there.
I can't help you on that one because I wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the one, wasn't it, Jane? Wasn't it his ex-wife on the board? Pop it in the comments when you get a minute. I'm sure it was.
Yeah. So, but I know that we spoke about this a few weeks ago, and even Sandra said it was one of her favourite events of this year.
Yeah, and it's unreal, really. It's not to look at it, but there's so many things you can do there. There's actually so many things you can do because you can do a lone vigil. Yeah, you could do a lone vigil. Yeah, your partner, but yeah, she's still okay. Yeah, sorry. Excellent. So that was really Slough Fault sort of rounded up in about 5 minutes, but I could go on for 25 minutes. It was that good. Go on for 25 minutes. I'm not going to go on for 25 minutes on that because we've got 3 more to go yet.
Yeah, but I say I've got a fish brain memory at the moment.
No,
so
you're going to remember the next one because it was Hitchin. It was that bloody hot night at Hitchin's school.
Ridiculously hot night.
Like
unbearable hot.
So that was the next one we did. And we did get lots in that school. Your bell went off, didn't it?
We had the bell go off in the school. We had probably the most amazing table tipping session. I don't think Jackie's in the chat, so you've got. But this, I've never felt such we were melting in the house. Susan
Yeah.
said it was
we
was
were.
hot. It was silly hot.
And that was September.
Yeah, well, it was that we had that, didn't we? We had that sort of
Yeah, we did.
tropical, whatever you would call it, melt your skin off your face weather. But yeah, we had the Belgarth and the table tipping of sheer class, and I don't know how to put it. I really don't. I know Lisa was with us and she was doing spirit ball session, but we was with Jackie, and I honestly, the way the table moved, it was so graceful, and then it was just a total different experience that I think I've ever witnessed when it comes to table tipping, because it was just two general energies. It was energies like I've never witnessed before in that motion. It was odd. It was odd, but it was most beautiful because it was a girl who was scared of her father, who was in there. And
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about that place because there was a lot. I know they still look at that place and respect some of the people there, and I'm not going to say names or anything, but there was a different underlying story to some of that.
yes, I'd agree.
No,
I would agree as well.
I will let people have their history, how they want their history. It's not. I'm not going to change that, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, we had links to another venue that we've investigated many years ago there, and the problem being we had was it was the daughter had a child out of wedlock and murdered the child.
Yeah,
I'm not going to worry about saying it. That's what we had. That was what the story was told.
Yeah, but
and that was just how that is. And I know Phil's group, we had Claire once again going into trance, which was absolutely amazing because she actually took on this energy of a boy that was a bit of a rogue, a bit of a
lovable rogue, yeah.
No, it was disruptive because I think Steph was also in that session, and she had the what you would call the goody two shoes of the class. So Claire had the naughty boy. Steph had the goody two shoes, the brown nose or whatever you want to call it. And I just remember Steph saying, "You're so disruptive of this class," and it was quite nice to witness. It wasn't feisty or anything like that. It never works like that. It was just red hot.
Yeah, we had. I remember we had again. It was from one of the ladies that was on the boat with us, and she had a torch, and this spirit was actually answering us with yes and no's on this torch, and that's probably the best session I've ever seen a torch responding. And it wasn't one of these you could manipulate easy, if you know what I mean. It had to be dunk, 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 dunk. So it was, again, fantastic. That was a fantastic session. I know Steph at the end saw a tiny girl, had a lovely girl walking in the corridors, which we didn't really investigate for long. It was so hot. It was absolutely, we were melting. It was melting weather. But again, spirit was good in that house and good in school. It was.
Well, I remember in the house that we had Lisa's son, I think it was with me, and we had the not REM pod, the K2 meter going absolutely answering us questions. Can go to red, yes, red for no, whatever colour for that. It was answer questions, and we had the piano go off. We heard the piano go off. I'm sure we heard the piano go off. And then me, Tina, and I don't know who was with me upstairs. Who would have been upstairs with me?
Andy?
No, it must have been the same group which was in the house. So it would be Sharon's group, Lisa's group. And we was literally having, could you talk to us by tapping on the floor? And you could feel it.
Wow.
You could feel the actual, happening on the floor. You could absolutely hear it. So yeah, the house was quite amazing, to be fair.
But it was just too hot that particular evening.
Yeah.
It was good. We did have a good time.
Really good. Really good. Absolutely fantastic.
And I suppose the one that, and we've done it once or twice. Was this the third time we did it? Landguard Fault in October. Wow. I can't speak highly enough. I was going there thinking, I don't know what we're going to get. Don't know how it's going to be. But my God, from start to finish, that place was buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Me and Jay didn't have to work at all. Me, Jay and Lisa sort of set it off in the first session, just invited Spirit in. And my God, did Spirit come.
Can you remind me?
Huh?
Can you remind me what went on?
It was upstairs. You had a brilliant time. You were wax lyrical in it as well.
I can remember it.
Landguard Fault, we'd never had so much activity there. We had everything you could possibly want go off.
Anyone with me that night? I remember Jane's group at the beginning. Yes, I remember the Jane's, and we had the energy at the beginning. It was crying. And we had, yes, I remember that. Very good story there regarding the soldier and young lady there. The emotion, we had people crying. We had people feeling it. It changed Al's perspective on Spirit as he actually was affected by one.
I was just going to say, if Sue's still listening, the ghost that appeared at the window in the cells wasn't.
It was the end of the night table tipping.
Yeah,
we did the table tipping, but that turned a bit violent, didn't it? It was a bit vicious, that table tipping at the end of the night.
Didn't you see the spirit of Jay in the cells though? So,
there was I love Landguard, but again, I can't remember anything. I can't remember. I can't remember where I went. I can't remember what point I went. Yes, I do. What happened? Yes, because we went back. You told me to take the people back to the cells, and that woman wouldn't come out of trance, and you had to come in.
Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right.
I mean, yeah.
Didn't Sandra go into trance and we couldn't get her back?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
That happened as well. That last something attacked everybody, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it was a great. That Landguard was probably one of the most active we've had all year. Again, so not funny, Simon. So that was funny. And that I believe was Spirit, because I would never normally do that. You know, I wouldn't.
Do what?
Well, we had Sue and her crew were normally having their laugh as they did. So I thought, okay. And I think we had Ross. Yeah, we had Ross as well and his girlfriend. So what I did was split them and said, all the girls, you stay in the cells then. So we've put them in the cell. We've moved to the other room. So I said, Jay, go round and put your head up against that window in the cell. Well, he went round. Oh, mate, if you'd have heard them, they jumped so far, you would not believe. And it's not a thing I would do. It really is not a thing I would do. But it broke the ice and it was brilliant. Brilliant.
Al left with scratches again. Yes, I remember that at the end of the night. I remember that.
Who had the coffin? Was it Al that got the coffin fit, Jane? Couldn't breathe in the tunnels with us.
We all, listen, we all shit ourselves.
I'll never do it again, so because it's not a thing that I do, but I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that happened. But
Guys, we are so close to hitting our target over on TikTok. So can we start hitting that like button? Hit that like button. We are 8,700.
Yeah. And I know Alan couldn't breathe yet. We had to take him out. He couldn't catch his breath. A lot of people were coughing down there. It was something was affecting our breathing down there.
Yeah, we had an energy down there. We didn't see virtually any of the tunnels because we went into one room and it was like we just did all our work in that room. It was, we was getting so much evidence. It was.
That's it. Well, if you've got a room and it's working, you tend to stay there, don't you? You don't move off. Why would you? To be honest, but yeah. And then that was Landguard, and then finally, a final one was Nuclear Bunker again.
The Nuclear Bunker. That's only just like
that's November.
Well, we did have another one. We had Fair Kites as well in between there.
Yeah, but it's private.
Yeah, private event. That was quite good.
But no, the Nuclear Bunker is where we're still trying to debunk the FLIR camera.
Yeah.
And I've never had the tunnel so active.
Yeah.
Ever. That was absolutely amazing. And I think we had a couple of people that come to their first event and they were very much skeptical of what we were doing, but they left absolute believers. And that's
all you want.
We can ask a spirit. Yeah, that's all we can ask a spirit to do.
Maz said the shower rooms at Landguard.
Shower.
Maz, you wasn't with me or Simon, so you need to let me know what you mean by that, because you would have been with Sandra, I'm assuming, on that one.
And Kim.
Yeah, and Kim. No, Kim was with you, weren't she?
No, Kim. No, Lisa was with me.
Yeah. Jay said about it. So he was with you.
Shower.
In the shower rooms.
I can't remember the shower rooms.
Exactly.
That was after the cells, but I can't remember what we got, Jay. Fill me in.
Yeah, give him some clues. It seems like he needs a bit of.
I know it was after we did the scare on Sue, but I can't remember the shower.
They were down the bottom, wasn't they?
Yeah, they were near
around
the
sides.
You come out of the cells and walked back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's nothing come back yet, so we're assuming we'll just wait for that comment to join us. But look, we are really close to our goal, guys. So please hit that like button. 9,100. We're looking for a goal of 10,000. So please hit that like button as many times as you can. We've got 10 minutes of the show, so let's get over 10,000 on that. It would be absolute great. We've got over 60, this is weird, 63 watchers, and they haven't, once again, it hasn't dropped below that for the last 15 minutes.
That's good.
Really, really good.
It might seem it might not be good to other people, but it's good to us.
It's quite amazing, to be fair.
Yeah,
it really is quite amazing. I don't know if I'm glitching again or anything on it, so just keep hitting that like button. We need to get to 10,000. What do you think the score will be tomorrow?
Who between?
Yeah, who between? It must be someone we might know. Mark, who do you think the score will be tomorrow? Who have you got?
Bristol City.
So what do you think the score is going to be? You're West Ham. So West Ham v Bristol City. Or Bristol City. 2-0 to you. Oh, that's brave. Sunderland and Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a draw. And I think, can we play? Is there another leg? or is it straight finish
No,
tomorrow?
it's replays.
Replays. Yeah, so I'm going to go draw because I think Sunderland will hold their own tomorrow.
No, I think Callum Wilson will come good.
Don't upset him. He might be a Sunderland fan.
No, he's not.
9,900. Guys, come on. Come on.
But yeah, I must admit, you know, we've done a couple of privates as well. We've done Beacon Hill as a team, which we're going back to this summer. We did that in December. It was very cold. So I'm hoping it's a bit warmer.
He thinks it's going to be. He thinks Sunderland are going to beat him.
Does
So
he?
he must be a Sunderland fan. But no, as you look back throughout the year, it does sort of you can't. It does. I know Paul hasn't been with us much this year, but I know Paul will be back with us next year more, and he get his computer up and running, and he can get the actual, the footage, because we've got so much backdated footage from 2022 that we've got to release, and so
It'll be good. It'll be good.
It will be good once we've got it there.
Get it on to.
Jane has given us a love heart. Thank you, Jane, as well.
Thanks, Jane.
Appreciate that.
What does it say on my love heart?
I don't know, but a love heart just flashed up on my screen.
Is it a sweetie love heart, or is it?
No, it was. I don't know. It was just a little love heart with an arms and a little like. We've got our target. So I'm all right. 10,200 likes.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, really, really appreciate it, guys. We really appreciate it, everything. I'm back. Hopefully, Catherine has gone and I can have you back.
And if there's any questions, you got about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If there's any questions or any places you want us to try and get hold of, we've got Kim listening, and her list is pretty short at the moment.
As I say, you just want an airfield. I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there's probably airfields, but
no, it's you see it from the.
Oh, it's Norwich airfield. Yeah.
No,
you don't do ghost hunts.
No, it's not an airfield. It's just a
graveyard.
Yeah, but you can pay to go in it.
I've never heard of it.
But you see it from the side of the road.
You sure you didn't see just all the planes sitting there in lockdown?
No, it's called the City of Norwich Aviation Museum. I'm sure it is. That's it. That is exactly it.
But can you go on planes?
Yes. I'm pretty sure of it.
Kim.
I'm sure of it. I'm up. I'm not up there soon. I'm not up there soon. It may be that. It might not be that. I don't know. It looks like it.
Kim, just find a supply. Oh, yes, I tried them. They weren't interested. Mrs. Arnold.
Damn
Mrs.
it.
Arnold.
Go and crap on my parade, Mrs. A. Why not? Because they got that Vulcan thing there.
They ain't gonna let you on that, are they?
That's what it's there for. Rainham Village Hall. Yeah, they didn't reply. Yeah, we've had dealings with them anyway. Did you know the biggest gift on TikTok costs 500 quid?
Does it?
What? You pay with coins to send you guys gifts. I don't know. Do you know the biggest gift on TikTok? So I suppose, how does that work then? If someone sends you that gift, do you get that money?
I don't know.
Around the world gifts 3,000 coins. I buy coins to send you gifts. That's from Heidi. Thank you, Heidi. Appreciate that. But I don't know. I just don't understand it. Around the world gifts is 330 coins. 15,000 coins is £259.
What?
I don't know. I don't know how many coins that we've got. If I really don't. I really don't. Thank you ever so much, guys. What's this? Hold on. I would like a really old pub, possibly Gravesend, Pyrex, etc., or one that is sadly closing down. Pirates Pub. There is one, isn't there?
Yeah, Jamaica Inn. That's down in Devon.
Yeah, it's not Pirates though, is it?
Well, smugglers, yeah. So.
Yeah, might get something like Wapping. There's
Yeah,
one there.
Prices, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You're
TikTok,
probably right. You probably would get something at Gravesend or that way.
Yeah.
To be honest.
RAF Manston, please need to go there with a team that know what they are doing. Laugh out loud. JB, boo.
Boo.
Boo to you too. Yeah, well, look, pubs are quite hard. Just because.
Yeah, they don't want to lose their
night
trade.
Yeah. There'd be loads along the River Medway. Yeah. I think there's I can't think of the one that's in Wapping, to be fair, which is quite TikTok takes 60% of all gifts. Bye. Good night, pal. See you later, matey. Don't know who that is, but
good night.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but see you later. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for everybody that's watching anyway.
It's absolutely.
There's over 56 people in the chat, which is
it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back.
Daisy has put, I am getting the word. I know where that's going to go, and I'm not going to finish that word. There's loads of pubs, but they don't like losing trades. So they won't close. It's a bit hard. That's why they need to be either closed or closing, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah. We will try. Phil,
Yeah.
We will try. We will try, I promise.
Yes, it's quite a hard one. We did have sort of people interested, but it's an event. It'll be an event starting at sort of like 10 o'clock at night.
That's all right.
No, maybe later, 12.
Yeah.
11:30.
Yeah, we did nearly have one, but then they didn't want to close until they wanted their regulars to still be sitting there.
Yeah.
How can you have that?
Yeah, the Pluckley one that did used to do it is now shut.
Yeah, that was good.
So, yeah, well, we've come towards the end of the show, guys. Thank you ever so much for everybody that has joined us tonight on everything that we've gone, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, you've enjoyed it. Quite gobsmacked, to be fair, at the wonderful world of TikTok and how that has gone crazy tonight. Thank you for everybody that has sent us gifts in as well. Look, I'm totally new to this TikTok world, so really, really, really do appreciate it. 10,200 likes. So I really, really appreciate everybody that has watched over on TikTok tonight. Once again, thank you for all our watchers as well that is on Facebook and YouTube, and everybody on obviously Pulse Talk Radio, which sounded like they had a bit of a I had technical issues at the beginning. It seems to be holding just because I was on the wrong setting. But no, thank you ever so much, everybody that has joined us. Good show, great for the memories. Looking forward to 2024. Kim says, "Hi, Paul." Thank you, Susan, as well. What we did a pub, got great evidence again, left their regulars in. It was too disruptive. Exactly. So thank you, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for everybody over on TikTok as well. Take care. Thank you. Got Stockit there. He's just joined. Someone said, my nan's allergic to penicillin. So thank you for the random comments. Really appreciate over on TikTok. But take care, guys. See ya, and I'll see you
later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for everybody that has joined us over tonight on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be back next week. Take care and see you all soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Thanks for listening, watching.